Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Thursday, January 7, 2021.
The Department of Justice on Wednesday ordered the release of 3 suspects in the death of Christine Angelica Dacera, even as the Philippine National Police or PNP started a manhunt for 8 others who have not surrendered. In a 3-page resolution, Makati City Prosecutor Dindo Venturanza released John Pascual de la Serna, Romel Galido, and John Paul Halili pending the start of a preliminary investigation into the case. The prosecution said it wanted to determine whether Dacera was raped and killed and find out the identities of the persons responsible. The investigating prosecutor, Assistant City Prosecutor Joan Bolina Santillan, set the preliminary investigation of the case on January 13 at 10 a.m. PNP Chief Debold Sina said the director of the National Capital Region Police Office or the NCRPO, Vicente Danao, was instructed to issue subpoenas to Gregorio Angelo Rafael de Guzman, Clark Rapinan, Valentine Rosales, Mark Anthony Rosales, Ray Ingles, Luis de Lima, Jamir Cunanan, and a certain Ed Madrid. Metropolitan Manila Development Authority or MMDA Chairman Danilo Lim died on Wednesday, a week after announcing that he contracted COVID-19. He was 65 years old. The MMDA said he succumbed to cardiac arrest. Presidential Advisor on Entrepreneurship and Go Negosyo founder Jose Maria Joey Concepcion III on Wednesday welcomed the issuance of guidelines for pool testing by the Department of Health. Under Department Memorandum 2020-0539 issued on November 23, 2020, the DOH mandated the use of pool testing in screening and surveillance in low-prevalence regions or settings for individuals not experiencing any symptoms or have no immediate past history of exposure to confirmed COVID-19 patients. Supreme Court Associate Justice Mario Victor Leonen has promised to issue a ruling this month on the election protest filed by former Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. against Vice President Maria Leonor Robredo. Well-placed sources told the Manila Times that Leonen assured the justices in December that he will circulate a resolution early in January. President Rodrigo Duterte has approved the recommendation of the Department of Health and the Department of Foreign Affairs to include 6 more countries in the travel ban over the new COVID-19 variant. Palace spokesman Harry Roque Jr. said the Office of the President decided to bar the entry of travelers from Portugal, India, Finland, Jordan, and Brazil starting January 8 until January 15. Roque said foreign passengers coming from these countries arriving before January 8 will be allowed to enter the Philippines. However, they will be quarantined for 14 days. Filipinos are exempted from the travel ban, but they will also undergo a 14-day quarantine period. The country is still free from the new variant of COVID-19, the Department of Health said on Wednesday, following reports that a traveler from Manila tested positive for the new strain in Hong Kong. The department said the country has yet to detect a case of the B.1.1.7 variant, citing reports from the Philippine Genome Center, which studied 305 samples. The samples came from hospital admissions from November to December, as well as inbound travelers who tested positive at the airport, including those who arrived from the United Kingdom last month. President Rodrigo Duterte has signed a law extending the availability of the 2020 national budget until December 31, 2021. In a bid to allow the continuation of appropriation of funds for the items included in last year's spending plan. Duterte extends the validity of Bayanihan 2 or Republic Act 11520 signed by Duterte on December 29, amends Section 60 of RA 11465 or the 2020 General Appropriations Act, which originally allows the spending of a budget only until December 31 last year. In business, the government's outstanding debt rose to another all-time high of 10.13 trillion pesos at end November 2020 as domestic borrowings ballooned, the Bureau of the Treasury reported on Wednesday. Latest Treasury data showed that the amount was a 1.1% or 106.36 billion peso increase from 10.02 trillion pesos at end of October. Of the figure, 29% was secured from external creditors and 71% was generated locally. Domestic debt hit 7.19 trillion pesos, a 1.6% increase from end October's 7.07 trillion pesos, while foreign obligations slid by 0.3% to 2.94 trillion pesos. Topping sports, Anthony Davis and LeBron James each scored 26 points, rallying the Los Angeles Lakers to a 94-92 win over the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday night or Wednesday in Manila. James added 11 rebounds and 7 assists, and Dennis Schroeder finished with 12 points for Los Angeles. Yen Macabenta, Ramon Tulfo, and architect Felino Palafox Jr. are today's front-page columnists. Macabenta compares the COVID-19 vaccinations to members of the Presidential Security Group, or the PSG, to the controversial Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy in the US military, while Tulfo defends President Duterte for the said inoculation, claiming the president was just returning loyalty shown to him by the men of the PSG. Meanwhile, architect Palafox discusses the architecture, planning, and urban design of Corregidor Island. Today's editorial calls on the Department of Health to be more aggressive toward the new COVID-19 variant from the United Kingdom. Read the full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. With the Fort Villa Serran, this is Eric John Secor reporting. May you have a good day ahead and stay safe.